went to Copenhagen last weekend. This is what we did. Yeah, so the first day was a lot. We went to Grad, which was the first place. It was a breakfast place. It was all porridge and oatmeal, and it was super cute, very small, very local. One of the gals who I went to the trip on with, a friend actually had recommended it to us. It was a great find, 10 out of 10 recommend. And then we tried to find a glass market, but we ended up finding just a regular farmer's market. There was no crystal or glass, which was a little confusing, but it was really beautiful, typical farmer's market things, and then beautiful flowers. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to Amsterdam in a week to go see the tulip fields there because they open this weekend and I'm going next weekend. So that's exciting. And then you saw we went to what is it called? Cas-Travels. It's basically this island that's a Danish, it's a Danish fortress, and that's where the windmill was, and the red barns, and it was kind of a relaxed place to go and just check out the sights. And then we went to the Little Mermaid statue. That was amazing. Learned a little bit about that. I loved it. It was definitely as I was told. It was underwhelming, but I loved it because it was so underwhelming that it was overwhelming. Like, everyone's sitting around staring at this little statue, and I'm here for it. I think that's great. And then we went to Nyhavn neighborhood, which is the one with all the beautiful houses lined up on the canal, and we learned a little bit of history about that. I have forgotten it. I know it has something to do with connecting two canals for better things. I was honestly just taken back by its beauty. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then we went to Christiania, which is a free town, and that's where all the graffiti is, and it's very much a hippie neighborhood like we were described. It was really cool kind of seeing a very different part from Copenhagen, what you see in the photos of Copenhagen, and then going into Freetown and you have some cobble roads, but most of it's dirt trails, and then it's on the canal, and it's a little bit of an island. It was really cool. It was definitely a very different experience from the town of Copenhagen, or the main area we were in. And then we went to the Tite restaurant, which was downtown. It was very expensive. It was definitely a big splurge for me. I've never spent so much on a meal. I'm so sorry. But it was honestly delicious. I had the salmon appetizer, which was so different from me. I thought it was going to come cooked and it was raw, but then I tasted it and it was absolutely amazing, melting in your mouth like a great steak, but fish. So that was cool. And then I had baked cod for dinner, and that was also amazing. I normally don't like white fish, but I didn't want to not get fish because my other option was a burger, and wanted to be adventurous, so it was absolutely great. I super loved it. I would go back again in 5 years when I have, real money to afford that kind of a thing. It was a lot, but it was fantastic. And we got wine, and then for dessert we had a wine pairing that at that point I was just so full and so happy that I didn't record it. And then we went home and we had our next day, which was this. Yeah, so day 2 was a lot more relaxed because we literally just accomplished so much in day 1 that when Sunday came around, we were like, oh, we can kind of chill. We don't have to do literally everything, which was super fun. So we started off with breakfast at a local place that our Airbnb host said would be great. It was great. Coffee was amazing. And then I had a little cinnamon roll. Definitely could have eaten more, but I wanted to save myself. We did have lunch that day at a great restaurant called Get Hooked, but again, I didn't take any video. I was just honestly living in the moment, and it was fish. They have this thing where you could buy a whole lobster for like $30, which is pretty good. And then you could just, it gives you a thing that shows you where all the meat is, and then you can go through it. One of the gals got it. It looked fun. Not for me. I went with fish and chips. I needed to be a little less refined from the night before. And then we went to the Almenberg Palace, where we saw like changing of guard. We went through the museum. We saw all the Danish royals family stuff, which was a lot. And then I spotted an American flag. I don't know how it ended up there, but it was like tucked in the corner, and I was like, cool, let's take a video of that. That's different. And then we went to the design museum, and that's where you see like the beer bottles, because labels have like a design. And then all the chairs. They have a massive chair exhibit because like functionalism or functionalist modernism, and there's one more and I can't think of it right now. And then we just walked around, ate, went home, chilled. It was a good day. It was a good weekend in Copenhagen. Definitely worth the experience. My next adventure is gonna be Amsterdam. Hopefully I'll shoot a better video then.